Good morning and welcome back to my channel. No apologies, My Gay Life, Jeffrey Brett. Come along as I do another video today. I decided to do it from the beauty of my backyard, the pool behind me here. Of course, the water's too cold now to swim, but I can enjoy the beauty of it. Having my morning latte. And it's Supermarket Wednesday, shopping day. Not for us. We're not going shopping this week. Today is October 27th, 28th. I don't have my calendar in front of me. Something like that. It's current, 2025. But we're not going shopping this week. Here's why awareness is so important. When you become a prepper and you start to look at the value of what you're spending your money on, you become aware of the manipulation of the supermarkets and the retailers, etc., and how you spontaneously go to buy because it's on sale. But you've got to focus and stay attention. Keep your attention focused on pricing and don't become a spontaneous shopper. Do it with purpose, truly. And I know we all can do that. Now, I made my list here that I want to go over. And as I talk in my video, I'm going to pop up coupons and pop up some things you'll see on the screen of what I'm talking about when it comes to mindfulness. Now, awareness and mindfulness. Now, that's a video I could take on all by itself. Being mindful of the awareness in your life and how to distract from it. But that's a whole other video. Anyhow, let's talk about some certain things, okay? And I will pop up little visuals for you as we go along. Bread. Now, Safeway this week, and that's where we shop. Safeway on the West Coast, where I used to live in California. It's called Albertsons. I believe they've merged with other places. I don't recall offhand, but Safeway is what we have here in Arizona. So, white bread is an example. It's normally $4.99 a loaf. Are you out of your mind? $4.99 for a loaf of bread? Grandma would die at $4.99 a pound for a loaf of bread. I know things were cheaper back then, but $4.99 for bread is way highly inflated for the value. Anyhow, they've got it on sale this week for $2.97. It's normally $4.99, so you rush in and you buy it. Stop. Don't. If you want bread, if there's a Walmart, and most communities have Walmarts. Look, I'm not a fan of Walmart. I'll just put it out there. I'm not a fan of Walmart. I'm not a fan of corporations, period. But you gotta eat. So, Walmart, as an example, you can go to Walmart and get a fresh loaf of bread baked. It used to be $1 a loaf. Now it's $1.49 in our market. And if you go buy it off the day-old shelf, sometimes you can get it for 60 cents or 49 cents a loaf. I know that recently because we've been shopping around looking. That's how you can buy some bread. All right? Do it day old. Now let's head down to Safeway again. Safeway, which is just up the road here from us that way, a mile and a half at the most. They have boneless, get a load of this, boneless chicken breast from your butcher, which tells you it's fresh, right? It's from the butcher. They throw it out there after it arrives, packaged however it comes. But you gotta eat chicken. They have it this week. You ready for this? $2.99 a pound, boneless chicken breast at the butcher counter for $2.99. Now, if you watched my video, the one that's doing very well right now as far as frugal shopping and feeding my family for under $100 a month, last week I got boneless chicken at the counter. Or 2 weeks ago, I got boneless chicken breast at the counter at Safeway at the butcher, and I got it for 92 cents a pound. They want $2.99 a pound today. You see there? They're going to take $2.07 away from you if you weren't a smart shopper. That's why I look every week, whether we buy it or not. I look and see what it is. If it's on sale, we go for it. Now, I'm not heading to the store. I don't need anything as a prepper. I'm mindful of what it is I'm going to buy. They try to get you when you get in the door with all of these distractions. Stay focused. Anyhow, we're not buying chicken this week, nor do I need any because I got enough to last me a year. But I want to share that with you on why you need to pay attention. Now let's hop over to Bashas'. That's the other store I shop at. Now Bashas', from what I understand, is a family-owned store. It's here in the Southwest. It's here in Arizona, and it might go into New Mexico, which is only 2 hours that way from me. I don't know, but I know it's here in my area called Bashas'. Now Bashas', guess what? For $2.88 a pound. Go to the butcher counter, $2.88 a pound, and you can get chicken breast. Now, if you watched my video, the previous one from this, you'll note that I got 34 pounds of chicken breast last week for 97 cents a pound. So I bought 34 pounds of it for 97 cents a pound. This week they have it on sale for $2.88. So don't rush over there and get it. You've got to stay focused. And your purchase power of what it is you're doing. Now, also apples. A lot of people like apples. I cook with them, basically is what I use them for. When I make a real quick microwave dessert, and I'll do a video on that one day perhaps, but apples right now. You have Gala apples and Granny Golden Crisp apples. They are on sale for $1.49 a pound at Safeway. Question for you. Why would you go spend $1.49 a pound for apples when it's apple harvest season? I know that Washington, I lived in California for 31 years. I've been up to Washington more times than I can count. Oregon, Idaho, you name it. Julian, California, been up there many times, and they have the Apple Fest in the fall, which is right now. Now, apples are in season. It's fall. Why would you pay $1.49 a pound for apples when they're in season? I won't do it. Now I'll spend 89 cents a pound for apples. That I'll do. Even if they're beat up a bit, I can slice them, dice them, do whatever I want, bag them, freeze them, pop them in the freezer, and have fresh apples whenever I want. But I'm not spending $1.49 for apples, period. So I'm not going to do it. Now they also have, right now going on, yellow onions or white onions. Now they have this over at Bashas', at Safeway today. They have white or yellow onions, your choice. 89 cents a pound. Isn't that crazy? 89 cents a pound. I'm not buying any because if you recall in one of my recent videos, I spent 77 cents for a 3-pound bag at Safeway last week. A 3-pound bag of white onions for 77 cents a pound. Now, was it white onions they were trying to clear out to get new stock in? Who knows? I'm not inside their store or inside their mind thinking. But I'm thinking I'm not spending 89 cents a pound for white or yellow onions when last week I got 3 pounds for 77 cents. That's why I became a frugal, aware prepper. All right, let's take a look at some other things. I'm going to post up here Bob Evans frozen mashed potatoes. Now you can get a 24-ounce package, and I know a lot of people, they go to that frozen aisle and they pick stuff up and they throw it in their cart because it's convenient. Well, what's not convenient for me is when corporations and retailers put their hands in my pocket and take my money. No one puts their hands in my pocket. I put my hands in my pocket and I give it. No one's taking. That's how I've had my mindset for, golly, I'm 68, probably 52 years since I was 16. You ain't taking from me, honey. It's my life. No apologies. So, Bob Evans, a 24-ounce pack of frozen mashed potatoes are $3.99. They're normally $4.99. You're saving a whole dollar by picking up that frozen mashed potatoes. That's loaded with sodium because they've got to preserve it and freeze it and leave it on the shelf for however long they need to. Mashed potatoes, 24 ounce for $3.99. Wait, this week I showed you, or last week I showed you, Food City here in my town, and they're all over, I'm understanding, the U.S., but Food City here in, I'll tell you, it's in Tucson. That's not where I live, but it's about 40 minutes away from me. In Tucson, at Food City, we went down there for some specific items I wanted, beans and rice, which I bought in bulk. They had a 10-pound bag of russet potatoes for $1. So you can get 10 pounds of potatoes and you can make your own mashed potatoes, which we do, as you've seen me cube and freeze. I can mash them myself. I spent $1 for 10 pounds of potatoes. Or you can spend $3.99 for 24 ounces, and they're made for you. The choice is yours. All I'm saying is you get to make choices. So I do hear people, there's some people on my channel who say to me in comments, yeah, but I don't live my life in yeah buts, and I don't live my life in the process of if that changed what? Well, yeah, but I don't live my life that way. I live my life as what is, and what is important is this. One person commented, yeah, but I live in the city, and yeah, I don't have a car, and yeah, this, and yeah, that. I get it. Look, I understand your frustrations. I'm frustrated too. I've just chosen to get out of the realm of frustration and become mindful of how I spend my money. That's all. And so, yes, there's people who live in the city. Look, I lived in Los Angeles. I get it. I worked in New York City for 10 years. I get it. 625 Madison Avenue. That's where I parked my happy ass for 10 years as an employer at Revlon. I get it. I lived in Chicago for 3 years, 11 months, and 10 days. I get it. I lived in Dallas for 11 months. I get it. I lived in big cities. And the opportunity is more for you in big cities than it is in rural America in regards to availability of different shopping techniques. So the availability is there. You just got to get out of your own way of yeah buts. Okay, enough of my preaching. So you also have, oh my God, they'll sell you what's called Tina frozen burritos, this big. Great little snack, give it to your kids. Your kid's hungry, throw them one of those frozen burritos. It's 37 cents, normally 99 cents. Well, hell, if you ain't got kids and you're a senior like me and you just want to get a quick snack, get up off your ass and go to the freezer and grab yourself a Tina's burrito, because it only costs you 37 cents. But I'm going to tell you something. They have 460 milligrams of salt in that little thing for 37 cents. I invite you to just go to your cupboard and pick up your Morton salt or your sea salt, dump it in, and wonder why your blood pressure's high. I'm preaching today, aren't I? Anyhow, that's all I want to share with you. Be mindful of how you spend your money. Please. Be mindful of how you treat your body and what you're eating. Please. I'm grateful. I'm 68 years old. I don't take any medication. I'm a bit overweight right now by about, I'm going to tell you 20 pounds I need to get off. And I get it. I'm on no medications. I have no health issues. I'm a 24-year lung cancer survivor. As a non-smoker, that changed my reality at 44. And I really became health conscious then. So I don't want to preach. I just want to say, look at my beautiful environment out here. Isn't it great? I love my life. I love my garden. I love my serenity. Love my Kevin and love my Koji. And I love the fact that you take the time to look at my videos and listen. We can be great friends from afar. It's hard to have connections these days with people because everything is social media, everything is online, and people just don't get together any longer. So I hope you take time to look at my video, tell me what you think, give me a thumbs up, comment. I love to hear from you, and I do respond to most. I want to say all of them. I may miss some, and if I do apologize, but I do respond. To my friend in Australia, hey mate, I'm so glad you popped in and said hello today. Anyhow, my Mile High person up in Denver, my lady in Colorado Springs, all over the nation, my lady who commented to me who lives in southern Missouri. I just love hearing from people from all over America. North Carolina, got that one from Raleigh. It just goes on and on and on, and I'm just so grateful that you take time to listen to me and watch my station, my channel, and it gives me joy. So with that, I'm asking you, take on your day, be kind to each other, and until next time, ciao. I'm gonna go take a walk in my garden.